Welcome back, everybody. It is Fun Times Football back again. We missed you last week. It was International Week anyway, so we were busy being bored ourselves. This week is a short cast. We've got Ashley Kerwin, Chris Gibson, and myself, Liam Hind. And how you boys been? How did the International Week treat you, fellas?
Well, I mean, I had to talk to people. I had to go out and do things like shopping and, doing the washing up. It was dreadful. So I'm glad to have football back. I can hide away and watch it again.
It just screws up your week. You don't know what time of day it is because it's not a morning kickoff or a late kickoff. Is it 3:00? Like, is it even Sunday yet? I hate it.
And to be fair, England have been pretty abysmal the past few games, unfortunately, like narrowly scraping a victory and narrowly scraping a draw as well against teams we should be convincingly beating. We do have a surprise addition to the podcast joining us in the form of a Sam Ashfield. Here we go. Here he is.
Good timing.
On his way home from work, being Q-vest in tow.
How are we?
Very well, mate. Very well. We were just doing introductions and saying how we found the International Week, a week without Premier League football.
Yeah. One thing, it actually looks like he's security for like a football match. You know, when they've got something else to not distract them from the game.
Just come back from Macedonia. Just been in Macedonia for the week. Yeah.
Still wearing the kit.
Yeah, been very good. I've really enjoyed the last week. Yeah, it's been great watching something different for a week or two. Yeah.
Has it?
No.
I don't believe that.
It's been.
If
England were playing well.
Well, not even. I mean, even when they bat a team 6 or 7-0, everyone just goes, "Oh, that was boring." So when we can't even do that, we beat them 1 or 2-0. And although having said that, it was quite fun getting to watch Maguire on Monday night. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Yeah. Apart from that, roll on the Premier League.
And roll on the theme song, in fact.
It's Friday, it's Fun Times Football.
Excellent. There we go. I don't think the AI-generated theme song will ever get old. It might get annoying to some people, but I enjoy it, you know.
I think it annoys Billy more than anyone, but he's
not here
today, so.
Yeah, Billy's not here.
Who's got the fun fact then?
I can do a stand-in fun fact. I've acquired a fun fact.
He's waiting for this moment. Been waiting for this moment.
Well, I want to do Ashley's average fact. Can't I do that? Or?
I've got a fun fact.
Oh, fair.
So we can.
What have a fact off? Me and Sam can vote for the best fact.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll do that. And any football surprises this week for anyone, gentlemen? Anything you want to get off your chest before we get straight into it?
I haven't bought a shirt this week, so it's going well.
Yeah. I haven't got a surprise, but I actually will be attending Bristol Rovers FA Cup second round game next Saturday, which I bought a ticket for yesterday. That'll be a bit of a journey.
Who you got?
Where's that?
We've got Crewe Alexandra away.
Oh
my God!
So that'll be
taking the.
I don't know where that is.
Taking the Crewe. It's where my dad used to live, pretty much.
Manchester,
about 10 minutes. Yeah, half an hour train from Manchester, mate. Yeah, so I'm only going. I really want to. We win that, and we get into the big boys round. We get a big game in the third round. That'll be nice.
Commitment, mate.
Yeah.
Commitment.
You got to beat Crewe first. Yeah, it was only 20 quid a ticket, and the coach only cost me 30. So, it's all good. It's all good.
50 quid.
Exactly.
That's all right. That's a day out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Day out with the boys.
Yeah, day out with the boys. Well, it's just Kesh's dad's. That's a bit of shit. But I'm joking. If he's listening, sorry, Paul. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, mate.
He hasn't worked out how to listen yet. Don't worry.
Yeah, he can't even spell Spotify, so we're all right. Don't worry.
We're not on radio. He can't tune.
Edit that bit out. Paul, you're great.
Well, actually, the first game of the week is that I've put down is probably the most exciting game. Could it be a title 6-pointer maybe at this stage of the season already?
No.
Yeah,
way too early, mate.
Way
too early.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, there's not many teams in the title race, is there?
Someone literally asked me this 5 minutes ago, right? Can you picture at 2:30 if City win, sitting there and going, fair play, title's done. But there's 22 games left.
No, not at all.
No, but I mean, it in terms
it's a big game, of course it is.
It is a big game. So obviously it's the Man City Liverpool game that we're talking about for those who don't know. Yeah. Well, I don't know. City being at home, it's going to be, and you got to think City haven't got many players that have had to travel very far for this international break. Whereas if you think of Liverpool, they've got players
They
that
have
are all.
lost Haaland, haven't they?
Not
Oh,
just
yeah,
not
Haaland.
no, not definitely, not definitely.
Is it not definite?
No, all the Liverpool fans are all on Facebook and Twitter saying that why are City getting their players to fake injuries? Just, why are you scared? And so he's not.
Oh,
He was
God,
50-50 for the Scotland. He was 50-50 for the Scotland game, and he didn't play. So I feel like he'll at least be on the bench. I feel like he'll start, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, well, that's fair.
our last Premier League game, we only had the regular two out, which was John Stones and Kevin De Bruyne. We've now got a questionable list of about 4 or 5 players, which includes Ederson as well. So that's a bit of a worry.
Yeah,
Ooh, isn't
but
it?
I suppose you got to think Alisson's been in Brazil this week anyway, so he's not going to be tip top. I imagine he'll be a little bit off with jet lag recovery and all that.
Maybe, but yeah, well, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
But
it'll be an interesting
I'm
game.
hopeful. Yeah,
I hope it'll be an interesting game anyway.
I don't feel. I think these games aren't often boring. Man City Liverpool. There's always it's a bit like Chelsea Tottenham. But it's not a fun fact. But I'm going to burst in there and say that the last time, and this is a bit of a fact, the last time Manchester City beat Liverpool twice in a row in the league. Anyone want to guess?
No.
1937, I believe.
Oh, shit, I think I
Whoa.
saw that.
Oh
I
my
should have
God.
guessed. Yeah, you're right.
So
That's pretty wild.
because we went for about 20, 25 years not beating them at Anfield, and the one season we finally beat them at Anfield, we didn't beat them at the Etihad. So it's like, so yeah, 80 something years since we last beat them twice in a row. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a lot of years where they were obviously a much better team than you as well.
Yeah, I mean, a massive
So-
part of that 80 years was there when we weren't even in the same league. So yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the last time I was confident about a big clash was it seems like I was confident for the Chelsea game when Ash agreed with me and we didn't win that, and then I was overconfident about the Arsenal game. We lost that, so I'm gonna wind my neck in this week and say it'll be a draw.
Oh.
Well, Man City haven't lost in any of their last 27 home matches.
Yeah,
So-
quite a lot. Aren't they on a winning streak of about 21 or 22 at home as well? Or is it just undefeated?
No, potentially. I can't remember the last time we didn't win at home.
Haven't lost
24.
or drew there this
Won
season.
24 matches in a row, Ashley. At
Who
home.
drew,
Wow.
who drew there this season?
Wow.
No one.
No,
Oh,
you've
yeah,
won
yeah, yeah.
24 matches at home in a row.
Who was the last
Wow.
team to beat us? Oh, so not. Who was the last team we didn't beat then?
I don't know. I don't have that in front
Oh,
of me.
right, okay. Oh, Liam, I thought you had all the bloody facts there.
No, I've just got a few, mate. Just a few.
Okay. But yeah, I don't think they'll beat us. I do think it'll be very open. Especially
I
with
want to
like,
go out. I want to go out
Go
on
on.
a limb here. I want to go out on a limb here, Sam. I think it might have been Everton last season because it was like around Christmas. You lost.
They,
Well, you
didn't, they,
drew
didn't,
with.
they didn't beat us. They didn't beat. Oh yeah, so
Oh,
of course it was
you
not
drew
win.
it.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so I think you might have drawn with them, and then suddenly after New Year, like they went on a mad streak of winning
Oh,
every game.
that's what City do.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm going to go
Is
with.
that-
I'm
is
gonna
that-
go on a limb.
That's the game that was it Haaland
Haaland
battling with,
and
and he pulled that
Godfrey.
face. He was like,
Yeah.
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 Very good.
No, I think City will win this one. Their record at home is just incredible.
Yeah.
It'd be a tight game. Though. It'd be a tight game. I don't think it'd be a walkover.
No, I'm hoping it's going to be a very interesting game as well, which it should be.
I think
with these two
Liverpool
teams.
they'll definitely get on the score sheet. Liverpool definitely.
Yeah. So the
We're not
most
strong enough to stop
common
them.
result in this fixture is 2-2,
Yeah, there you go. There you
which
go.
is just these two teams meeting, not specifically at City.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could be. I reckon
I
there'll be
also
goals.
think I feel like their front line have all been constantly in action because Nunes I think has played every minute for Uruguay in the break. I know he
Yeah.
I know Salah got a hat trick for Egypt. No, I think he got 4 for Egypt in one game during the last couple of weeks.
He's
So,
playing against Ethiopians, though. So.
Yeah.
Been plunged into darkness. This is freaky. So yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of their players will be tired, probably more so than ours who have been faking injuries. So yeah, that's why I'm hopeful. But
Are you looking
I'm only-
forward to? Are you looking forward to hearing Jurgen Klopp moan about the early kickoff again when they lose? Or
Oh well, if it's not the early kickoff, it'd be something else. Like the sun was at the wrong angle, and
yeah,
there was a fan that had a black T-shirt on instead of a white, and yeah, he's got
The
a list, hasn't
lines on the pitch were painted on the wrong shade of white.
he? Yeah.
true story. The last time I did hear him moan about an early kickoff, he said that they shouldn't be kicking off at 12:30 because the players eat pasta at 9.
Oh
So,
my gosh. Yeah.
I think that was the last time they did an early kickoff, and he's.
The thing is, I think Liverpool.
Have porridge at 8. Why wouldn't like?
I feel like they're the worst. They're the best team. Sorry they get their excuse right. So every team when they lose, they just normally come out with an excuse after it. Liverpool do this thing where they plant the excuses before the game, and then when they lose, they go well. So this one is obviously with faking injuries, and the other one which I've seen on X this morning was the referee. Apparently, his brother is a season ticket holder at City. So obviously, that's it. When we win 3-0 and we get a penalty, the rest brother support City. So yeah, we're waiting for it.
You heard it here first. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, can't be. I don't know if it's
as soon as
true
you
or
get
not.
a penalty.
Yeah, that's your ref's brother. Yeah,
Fueling the
we're waiting to see
conspiracy
it.
flames for Liverpool fans.
Giving him ammunition,
claiming
that's
there's a conspiracy in the league
mate.
against them.
Of course, they even managed to dib in on the Everton thing. Oh, we all stand with Everton now. Stop getting fucking involved in everything. It's not always you.
Should we move on to score predictions?
Yeah, let's do some score predictions then. City is Sam, as you're a City fan, you can go first on this one, mate.
I only wanted to say draw because the last 2 times I predicted wins against the big teams, we haven't won. But I can't follow it through. I'm going to go 3-1 to Manchester City.
Nice. Ashley?
I can't do it.
Yeah, a bit closer, I think. 2-1 to City. I think.
Yeah. Christoph?
Yeah, based on form, City win. I think it's an important game for Liverpool, though. I think they will see it as more of an important game than City in a way that they need these 3 points to sort of cement them as title contenders. And I think if they win that, then they will be seen as probably the biggest team to try and take it from City this season. So I don't know. Maybe Klopp will throw some different tactics at it. Yeah, but I will go for a City win. I'll go for a 2-1 as well.
Oof. That leaves me with a tie. I don't want to just copy Sam. I think there'll be a 2-goal cushion. I think City will win 3-1. I think City will have too much for Liverpool. That's just the way I see the game going, especially at home, which will be nice.
I think a draw would be good for the Premier League.
What do you? I mean,
a draw would be good for
Liam and Chris. What do you want?
I would like a draw, but I can't see it happening. Yeah,
yeah,
suspensions and everything. Yeah,
I would like a game like the Spurs-Chelsea game, except both teams are Spurs in that instance. It's a draw.
Yep.
So they both get beat 4-1. Yeah,
Pep and Klopp getting bans as well.
Yeah, yeah. Pep and Klopp have a punch up on the sideline. That would be.
That's not impossible.
That's not impossible. They do have a little bit of a rivalry going.
Klopp making an excuse for that as well, wouldn't he? Oh, Pep's hands are too big.
He did kickboxing as a child.
His bald head, yeah. He was streamlined.
The shining off his bald head blinded me as he came in for his right hook.
His jacket was too soft. I lost my grip. And his Man City jumper.
He'll end up pulling his hammy again, though, won't he? When he goes to
Oh my God, yes. Who was that against again? When was that? Was that against? When he was like a last. Oh, it was Tottenham, wasn't it? It was Tottenham. After Richarlison scored the equaliser and then Jota won it, and then he ran towards whoever was manager then.
Funny.
Brilliant.
Right, let's move on to not necessarily going to be an exciting game, but it could be a game that throws an upset in the mix. Here's hoping anyway. We've got bogey team for Arsenal, Brentford, at their place against Arsenal.
Who's going to give the spice? Who's going to give the colour or the
Chris,
spice, Liam?
You can add a bit of flavour to this one if you want, mate.
Flavour this week.
A little bit of flavour.
So I don't know if they're a bogey team. They were a bogey team, but the last few games were done fairly well. And they had what was the tweet, like a good kick about with the boys. And then when we beat them, there was
a walk in the park.
Was it walk in the park or kick around with the boys?
No,
That
it
was
a
our reply,
fun
wasn't
kick
it?
around with the boys, and then
Yeah.
Ivan Toney tweeted out like a fun kick around in the boys as the reply to the final score.
Shit out.
Always seems to be those like online spats between Arsenal and another team. There was Lingard, didn't he? And he said something about Emirates as my dance floor. You've got the Troy Deeney, they lack cojones.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking on the pitch? So yeah, thank God the Prem's back. I think we've got a good run of games. I think this is our like tricky one to get over, and then I think we've got Luton away, and then Wolves at home before we have Villa in December. So it's a good time to do this in a way. We still got a few injuries. Jesus come back from I think a month sitting on the lines, and then they just played him for 90 minutes because Vinicius got injured, so they played him for 90 minutes.
Didn't Jesus come out and say recently that his weakness is scoring goals?
My only.
Well, I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
I mean, it's not great to say, though, is it?
Maybe it's facade. Maybe he's like just distracting the defenders, so they're going to be like, we don't need to cover him. And then boom, little drop of the shoulder, bang, he's got a hat trick. Like, damn, we're planting the social media seeds again.
Reverse psychology 101.
Reverse psychology. But I'm happy if he starts on the bench because Trossard, he's quickly becoming one of my favourite Arsenal players of the last 18 months. He's definitely underrated. He's only been there less than a year, but he's been brilliant, and the skills he has. If you saw that little flick in the air and like,
I could do that, man.
Elevating with a yeah. I don't think so, dude.
Still on the walk for years.
But obviously Raya will not be playing, so I think the only potential issue is Ramsdale doing too much to prove himself that he should be number one, or the pressure getting to him. Maybe the Brentford fans will heckle him. They'll start shouting like Raya chants.
Can he definitely not play?
Brentford.
Can he definitely not play?
He definitely can't play.
Okay,
that's a question I thought. Is it still called cup tie if he's on loan, but it's not actually a cup game? Is cup
no, it's not.
Tie
it's not actual... No, because cup tie's nothing to do with loans.
It's just okay.
Cup tie just transfers when they've moved.
He's played in one
example, but
okay.
There have been players.
He can't
there have been players that can do it. So I remember Coutinho doing it when he scored for Bayern. He went to Bayern and he scored against Barcelona. Even though he was on loan from Barcelona, they beat him like 8-0.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if it was definitely elite.
It must be some sort of clause. Yeah.
Yeah, you can put them in.
It's not normally a clause.
Yeah,
it is normally a clause. But I
think Ramsdale's got to take his chance, hasn't he?
Ramsdale's got to go for it. What can you do? Like, we don't have that many shots. Like that's why I think he might overplay it a little bit. Maybe come out the box. Maybe try and get in the halfway line.
Maybe he's got to come out and do what Jesus. He's got to come out and do what Jesus did. Go, well, I think my weakness is saving goals.
No, his weakness is concentration.
God,
he doesn't stay concentrated throughout a football match. That's his weakness.
Yeah, but you know,
there's been a lot of stuff that's come out, and
why is his dad constantly invited? His dad's always like, I hear from his dad more than I hear from Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah,
it's like John Fury or it's like, fuck off, man. What are you doing? Just sit down, Mr. Ramsdale.
Yeah, but you know,
imagine him when he was like playing
even if
imagine him
like
oh my God, this is going first.
You go, Chris. Go on.
I just said it was like you can imagine what his dad was like at those park games when he's just like constantly like, the Ramsdale do it. It's like it's a penalty. No, Ramsdale take it.
Yeah. He's probably his son's manager as a kid. Probably coaching the kids'
goes
team.
down with an injury. No, Ramsdale's doing that now.
I feel like he could have the game of his life and he'll like get a clean sheet and he'll score the winner, but then he'll still get dropped the next week for Raya anyway.
Yeah, I agree. I think
decision's made. I don't think.
Isn't it confirmed that he's signing permanently now as well?
Sure.
Is that not confirmed?
That means Ramsdale will be on the way in January if that happens.
Surely, yeah.
Yeah, he's too good to be a second choice goalkeeper.
I agree.
Imagine if we sell him and then Brentford are like, nah, we don't accept the loan deal, and then we're stuck with what? Heinz Beans. I think we've got a player called Heinz. We're stuck with Beans in goal.
So interestingly, Brentford have scored in all of their home games this season. So that's a good
I
start.
think they'll score. I think they'll score tomorrow.
I think they'll score. And they
Thinking
are
they'll win,
Arsenal's
though.
bogey team. So, I don't know. Well, I say bogey team. You've only lost one game against them in the last 4. So
Yeah, it was that. And look, we've got Saliba now. We've got a very good defense. They don't have Tony. They don't have Raya. They don't have that much height anymore.
Yeah,
I
but
think that's
they're
where
not
we were
struggling.
frail.
They're not struggling.
they're not
without them, are
struggling.
they?
No,
No, they're not.
Um,
But that was why they played well against us. It was the set pieces.
yeah, it was set pieces, but I mean, they do have a good team. They've got Vista and Mbuemo up top that
I think it'd be cagey.
are pretty good players.
You
I
think
there'll be a lot
Arteta
of goals.
Arteta will get them fired up with the fact that obviously the incorrect call last year was one of the things that maybe cost Arsenal
Yeah,
getting
sure.
close to the title race. You know,
He'll probably play some sort of audio clip or some sort of
Yeah,
quote like he
yeah.
always does.
What call?
He's
What
been
was that?
playing it on the training pitch all week, just on repeat.
remember this. It was they didn't draw the line, Sam. They forgot to draw the line apparently for the offside against Brentford. Well,
One of the numerous apologies that
Yeah.
we've had.
yeah, and so it was Brentford's goal, wasn't it? And then it was offside, but they didn't
Yeah.
draw the line. So
Yeah,
Ah,
Bizarre.
okay.
right. Score predictions
He's
then.
probably.
it's a disgrace.
You should
Yeah.
I was going to
disgrace.
say like he's most likely going to get a touch line ban, but we are still thinking about if we want to take action. So I think we are taking our time so he doesn't get a touchline ban for an away game and play it cool so we get it for a Wolves home game.
Wolves is very beating everyone.
Yeah, they are
Well,
decent.
maybe they're thinking if it's home at the Emirates, then we can maybe, I don't know, dress him up as the Gunnosaurus and maybe he can get closer to the team that way.
Well, I guess he could sit in a box up top, couldn't he, and just radio
Yell.
down.
Yeah, he's just thinking about the
Paper
champers,
airplanes.
isn't he?
Yeah. Score predictions then, Chris. Go on. You can go first for your score prediction.
3-1 Arsenal. I'm back to back in my team. I'm feeling
There
good.
you go. Let's do it. It's a confident Gibson, that one. Ashley.
No, I think it'll be a draw. Actually, I'll go for 2-2.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh,
Boy.
spicy. Sam, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go for a come from behind Arsenal 2-1.
Oh.
Ramsdale winner.
Ramsdale winner.
That would be funny.
or a Raya winner.
I'm gonna be a hopeful hind and go for a 2-1 Brentford win.
Ooh, a mix of scores there, boys.
Yeah. I think
Spicy mix.
I think
Spicy
it'll be a
mix.
tight game, and as I say, that's a hopeful
Hopeful hind.
hopeful hind scoreline right there. And
Can we
a
just
game-
acknowledge how
Oh.
quickly Sam got home? I just looked down for a
Yeah.
bit and he sat at his couch.
Yeah,
Unless
man.
he's got a couch outside in the like
50-minute
the trolley centre.
50-minute walk.
Thank you.
now you're home, Sam. Can I ask you to do the old horizontal camera? Sorry,
Oh,
just there we
Wow.
go. Better, lovely.
Christening the new house with a podcast, the first time.
There we go.
no, it's
Yeah.
not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh.
Oh, did you? Ah,
2 weeks
didn't
ago, I was
realise.
on it.
I thought you weren't moved yet. All right.
I should be sat at the bar actually, shouldn't I? That'd be cooler. But I'll do that next week.
Yeah,
Do that next week instead.
we'll do one live from the bar at some point. We can.
Oh yeah, all come round.
okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I
Get
think
the
that's
tables,
some
all, get the
setup
tables
and we
all
can-
sorted.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
man.
definitely that'd be cool. Special edition Christmas or end of the season. Or something.
So next game, none of us are fans of either team, so it'll be quite an interesting discussion about this one, I reckon. Newcastle Chelsea.
Ooh,
Now this is a game.
where's that come from?
I just thought it was one of the more interesting games of the week because
It is.
Newcastle.
I didn't know it was on.
Obviously,
Yeah, fine.
yeah. Annoyingly, it's a 3:00 kickoff because this.
How?
I know all the games that Newcastle have been getting on TV at 5:30 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
This one's not.
And they can't get Chelsea. Yeah, what the fuck
Yeah.
is that?
I think I said before we came online that it must have been the TV schedule must have been decided when Chelsea were really shit, so everyone just thought it was going to be a Newcastle walkover and not put it on TV.
Yeah.
Although injuries are going to play a massive injuries and suspensions for Newcastle could play a massive part in this. Like
Hmm.
they've got 11 players either injured or suspended.
She.
Granted,
Man.
not all of them would be first team, but a lot of them probably would be. So yeah, I don't know. I see this being a very, very tight game.
It's really hard to call.
It is.
Didn't even know.
I
Yeah,
think-
I didn't know it was on.
Chelsea's form, though, going into this game probably gives them the edge. I think.
And their away form as well. They're third in the away table.
Are they?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Isn't that's because they were losing stupid games at the beginning of the season, though, at home, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
14th
Right.
in the home league table, third in the away. So they just want to be away from their heckling home fans. Oh,
Oh.
Just going to mute you for a second while you pour your beer, Sam.
sorry, he's got another 20-pint glasses.
Oh, he's doing Fanta anyway. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting fixture. I think personally, I see Chelsea winning it, and I don't. I hate to say it because I want Chelsea to lose as many games as possible, as I'm sure most of us probably do, because it's fun seeing Chelsea be really shit. Ash, what do you reckon?
I'm enjoying watching them at the moment. They're very entertaining. So I see plenty of goals in this one, especially because I'm guessing, like with all those injuries, Newcastle might be a bit more exposed. You'll see Trippier like shouting at the fans again after the match. I don't know. Quite enjoyed that. Yeah. So is Chelsea's injury list better now? Because I feel like all season they've had like 20 players out or something.
Well, they've got,
I think.
according to what I'm looking at, and it might not be everyone, but Chilwell, Chalobah, Fofana, Carney, I can't, Chukwuemeka, I can't pronounce his name.
Okay. Just reading a takeaway menu.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, even if they had
Lavia
30
and
injuries,
Nkunku.
even if they had 30 injuries, they'd still have about another 60 to call on.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
I'm
sure
still
they'll
not.
fine.
I'm still not sure Pochettino
Yeah,
knows.
Newcastle's
the whole squad, to be honest.
Newcastle's injury list is much worse than Chelsea's. That is a certainty.
I feel like every week I watch Chelsea, when the teams come up, there's always a name on there that I'm like, who?
Yeah.
It's not always the same name either. It's always different. It's always different names. I'm like, who the fuck is that kid?
I think Pochettino's the same as well. I don't think he even fucking.
He said that at the beginning, didn't he?
Do you play for
He
us?
journalist
Do
was
you,
like,
play,
what do you
midfield
think
out
of
of
this
a hat.
player?
do you play for us? Do you play for us? Get warmed up. Go on. Just
I've seen you around the
Take who
training
you
ground a
want.
lot, mate. Are you one of ours?
could be a spy for all we know. It could be a spy.
Sorry, I'm the receptionist, mate. Oh, that's right. You on team sheet. You're on the team sheet.
Yeah, under 25 get on the pitch. Yeah, it depends what Chelsea turn up, because if it's the Chelsea that played against Man City, then yeah, I fancy Chelsea to win this. Depends, because if Sterling turns up, Cole Palmer's looking decent. I think maybe they might
penalties.
they might edge a win, like maybe quite a lot high scoring game, maybe 3-2.
I think it'll be a very high scoring game. Yeah. Oh, I'm flip flopping again now, just thinking about it. Like, what you reckon? 3-2 Newcastle or Chelsea, Ash?
Well, I've gone for I was thinking Chelsea will edge it because of just the way they've been
Yeah.
playing lately.
Oh, I'm going to go
I
2-1
think
Chelsea.
if Newcastle play deep, which they probably won't at home, I think they've got Chelsea, because I think Chelsea, they score goals when it's a little bit more open and it's end to end, and I think that's where they're getting the majority of their success, because they've got a little bit more speed. But I think if Newcastle put every man behind the ball and they just play them on the break, if they've still got some players with some legs in them, I think that's the way to go about it. But I don't think they will, especially with the old mighty Toon cheering them on. But I will still go for a Newcastle win, probably with my heart a little bit in there. 3-2.
Nice. Sam?
I don't think it'll be crazy. I 1-1.
1-1. Cool.
I don't think Chelsea will win. I think we're just giving them too much credit for their City performance,
interesting.
which was really good, but they were up against a bad City defence that day. I don't think we covered ourselves in glory. I think Newcastle will be tight at the back. They'll have learned from that, and I just think it'll be quite. I don't think it'll be high scoring. I think 1-1.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's what I
A
had.
little bit of differences across the board there as well. It's a bit frustrating because it's everyone's favourite time of the week, but he's not here. So I'm going to have to run the theme song. And as we said at the beginning, me and Ashley will be doing a fact off.
It's Billy's fun fact.
Who do you want to go first, then, Ashley? Seeing as you were pretty confident.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
Ashley's
Got one
average
a plimp
fact.
as well.
Let me
Yeah,
go
go on.
first.
Oh, we can flip for it if you want, mate. I've got a coin right here. Do you want to flip?
Just seize it, Ash. Seize it. Just
Do you
go.
want to flip,
I'll
or do
take
you
it,
just want to
mate.
go?
No, let's do
Go
it.
on,
Right, let's keep the fans waiting. So this came about. Obviously, the Ballon d'Or was quite recent, so it's a fact related to the Ballon d'Or. Did you know that there actually exists a Super Ballon d'Or? Yeah, it was only been held. Well, it's only been given out once, which was in 1989, and that was to Alfredo Di Stefano, the Argentine forward. There we go. The Super Ballon d'Or has only been given
What's that?
out once.
How do you win that?
Yeah, why did he get a Super Ballon d'Or? Surely you've got to have a little
Well,
bit more.
What's it mean?
I'll just have a look into a bit more detail now. It was voted for by multiple Ballon d'Or winners. So it's voted for by like a panel of like French football judges and former Ballon d'Or winners.
Why
And they
French?
voted, but they chose Alfredo Di Stefano. And it's only been given out once and never again since. So a next level Ballon d'Or.
So will that be? Well, that's interesting.
Why have I never heard of it?
mean,
Yeah, that's not.
Crazy. Yeah, it's come out. I told you it's an average fact, but
it was an
Enjoy.
average fact.
Average delivery as well.
So
I didn't plan for it. It was improvised.
So we all know famous pop star lip syncer Enrique Iglesias.
Whoa!
Yeah, no, it's all right. That's where we're starting. He released obviously the song "Hero."
Don't you dish him.
You can run, you can hide, but you
Yeah.
can't escape my love. That's another
Stalkerish,
one.
yeah.
But obviously, he only rose to fame mainly because I imagine his father, Julio Iglesias, who was also a very popular singer around the 70s, 80s, probably sort of lifted him into fame, probably got him a little bit of record contracts. But did you know that Julio Iglesias was once upon a time a professional football player? And he played in goal for Real Madrid. Well,
Yes.
Real Madrid Castilla. And
That's a B team, I think.
it is the B team. They play in the Spanish second division, don't they? But yeah, so his professional football career was cut short after he got in a serious car accident in 1963, which meant he couldn't walk for 2 years. And then he moved on to music.
Well, that's a bit sad, isn't it?
It is a bit sad, but it probably worked out for the best because he had a very successful music career.
Can I ask a question related to this fact then? So Real Madrid Castilla, who are in the division below Real Madrid, what happens if they got promoted?
I don't think they can.
I don't think.
Oh, right. They can't go up. Great.
I don't think they can because they are essentially Real Madrid's B team.
So they win the league and they got to give it. Okay, I'm not going to get into all this right now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then his
I don't
son
know how that
released a
works.
single called "You Can Run, You Can Hide," which is why I can't drive.
Yeah.
You can't drive.
Can't play football anymore.
Do you know how many caps he got?
There's kneecaps.
No, I don't. To be honest, I didn't. I didn't find that out. I don't know how many caps he got. So yeah, there we go. Who had the best? Who had the best fact?
God, it's close. We definitely miss Billy. I'll tell you that.
We do miss
yeah.
They're
Billy's
more
got the
surprising as
obscure.
well. They just
Can't do that.
Yeah.
I felt like I
I've got
kind
even.
of knew the Iglesias fact, but it was still good. I felt like I wanted to know more about Ash, and I think you needed to provide me more. So it was a good starting
Fair
point,
enough.
but I think
Not
there
good
needs to be
enough
another
delivery,
another little bit under
Layer,
there. So I'm going to
layer.
go with Mr. Hind.
Yeah, thank you.
Sam, do you have a different opinion?
Yeah, I don't think either were spectacular, but I think
have you got anything else to add?
I feel like
throw something in, Sam.
by
Throw something in.
the end of the podcast, I'll be able to have thought of something in my head and might beat both of those. Come back to me.
Make sure it's
we can
football-related,
come
yeah.
back. We can
Good.
come back to you. We need Billy
back
for
to
the
me.
fun fact. Billy, if
We
you
do,
when
yeah.
you listen to this, we need you for your fun facts. Come back, please. So next game. Spurs Aston Villa, and
Good games this weekend.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, most of the games are very, very hard to judge the scores between
yeah.
any. Like most of the games are very competitive all the way down. And this one, I am. I don't know. I don't think I'm confident. But Villa's away form hasn't been amazing, which is a bonus. Other than the Chelsea game, our home form's been really good. But we're currently stuck with a centre-back partnership with Ben Davies and Eric Dyer.
You could not be going to this on the back of two worst defeats either.
I know.
The 4-1 and then losing
And-
to that last-minute Wolves goal. That's
Yeah. It was.
got to sit
it
there
was
for 2
very
weeks
poor.
and think about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
And
distant memory
Basuma's
now.
suspended as well.
great.
So Basuma won't be playing.
Wow. So is that a bit of a Ollie skip then in there?
Yeah, I'm not
Højbjerg-
sure.
Højbjerg.
He might go Saar Højbjerg and then play Lo Celso in the number 10 rather than playing Saar in the number 10 because I don't think Saar played very well in the number 10 last week.
He's too defensive, isn't he?
Yeah. And I think he's. Yeah, I think I would have preferred Basuma in that number 10 as opposed to Saar last time out as well. But there we go. I'm not the manager. I don't pick the team. So yeah, or he could possibly play Kulusevski in the number 10 and then put Johnson out on the right, or
Johnson needs to get a run of starts now.
yeah, he should be starting now. He's back from injury, so I mean our injury list is pretty extensive as well, unfortunately. But we've got Udogie back for this match, I believe. So that's
true, yeah.
So we've got Porro and Udogie playing in their positions, which will be a boost. But just Davies and Eric Dyer it's just not the same.
Oh, no.
I feel like Eric Dyer for Spurs right now must be like kind of. He gets a lot of hate online. It's a bit like Maguire for United, isn't it?
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
not
get the
he's
same
not,
level of hate.
He's
No,
not
not the same
dreadful.
level,
he's just like not.
When he gets
at
the
level,
ball
if
and
that
he's
makes
being
sense.
when he
Do you
gets
know
the
what
ball
I
and
mean?
he's being closed down. You're like, oh
yeah.
God.
Panics.
He's not dreadful. He's just not at the level that we need if we want to be competing for Champions League spots, especially with it being so tight as it is. And Villa this season under Emery, well, ever since Emery's come in, they've been absolutely flying, haven't they? Really. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
Can't imagine Eric Dyer trying to chase after Moussa Diaby. I just think that's not going to work very well. I don't know.
No, whereas if you have a
That's a
6'3" Van der Ven chasing him down, he'll be looking next to him, going, "Who's this French fry with mayonnaise eating motherfucker running next to me?" Like, how'd that happen? Like,
as opposed to Dyer, like steak and ale pie, sort of. He's not going anywhere.
with a big old pint. Yeah, he ain't getting close. So yeah, unsure. I would like to think that the crowd, tied with Postecoglou's system, tied with a little bit of grit and determination from the team, that we can grind a result out of this one. I don't even think it's worth looking at stats, to be honest, because we're in a bit of a state.
Stats don't mean anything.
And I mean, well, Heung-min Son, I think he scored 3 goals on the international break. So hopefully he comes back in a pretty good vein of form and can nick a couple of chances and score a couple of goals. So I'm going to back Spurs to win. I'm going to back Spurs to win, and I'm going to say 3-1.
I was going to say the most important thing and probably the most interesting part of the game will be like the first 30 minutes to see what sort of reaction Spurs will have, and it will show a bit of Vanja's character because he's done superbly well, but he hasn't really had a time where the team have been on a low and they've got to fight back. So it'd be interesting to see if he's picked them up. I think it's good that he's had a lot of time. They've gone away.
Speed bump, yeah.
Yeah, in international duty, they've had distractions. I think it's actually a good thing. So it'd be good to see like what sort of manager he is if he can show a bounce back. But then on the other side of that, Villa would be like, let's tap into the crowd to try and make them nervous, because if there's like an early goal from Villa, then it'll crumble again. So it's all down to those first 30 minutes, and that will make and break the game. And because of that, I'm gonna go for a draw. I'm gonna go 2-2.
Cool. I think I'll take a draw, to be fair, just because of the way Villa are playing. But
Yeah.
Sam, what do you reckon?
It's normally Billy that I sit here and go, "Oh, West Ham are going to get beat every week," but he's not here, so I'm going to pick on you instead, Liam. I actually think that Villa are going to win, and I have reasons. I'm not just saying it to piss you off. I feel like Spurs are going to come out and be so determined to put right what happened before the international break. Like Chris just said, this is Postecoglou's first thing he's got to try and put right. First thing he's got to try and fix. He's going to really, Ange Ball will be taken to a new level on the weekend, and he's going to really go for it. And I feel like with the injury Spurs have, say Bissouma's not there, so there's no one holding. I feel like Douglas Luiz will win the midfield battle, and I feel like Diaby and Bailey, if they both play with Watkins up front, I feel like they're going to expose that effect. I just feel like it's one of those games where they just, I don't know why I feel like Villa are going to really turn up for this. I could be completely wrong. Postecoglou could have given them Michael Jordan special stuff, and they could come out and win 4 or 5-0. But I'm gonna nail my colours to the mast and go for an Aston Villa away win. And I'm gonna this, because if it comes off, it'll look really good for me, won't it? I'm gonna go for a 3-1 Villa win. But for your sake, I hope I'm wrong. I just feel like they've got a big, like you said, they won every game at home so far. I feel like they've got a big away performance in them somewhere. And against weaker Spurs side, determined to prove something, I feel like they could do it. I'm sorry.
They haven't done it away, have
Sorry.
they? 13 in the away.
Yeah.
table. Was that because of
Yeah.
tricky fixtures?
Not too
They
sure,
haven't
to be honest.
They haven't played. They played Liverpool away. They haven't played City yet.
Yeah, I don't think they've had too many difficult fixtures away.
No.
They just haven't seemed to turn up. No, I could. The thing is, I could see what you're saying happen, Sam. To be honest, just because of our weakened team and like not many minutes under their belt in the Premier League this season either. Like, so you've still got rusty players.
He's got to get the team selection right.
Yeah.
He's really got to get it right, because I feel like the players that Villa have got against Ange Ball and, like I said, the midfield battle, that's gonna be big as well.
The international break might have been a good thing in terms of Højbjerg getting minutes and that. So,
Sam, I tell you what, you've charmed me, Sam. You've swayed my opinion. Like, I was honestly going to go for a Spurs win.
Are we
but
surprised?
he's changed my mind. He's changed my mind. Like, these are the two teams that play like the highest lines in the league. Like, they're so high pressing. It's like the whole game's going to be played in the centre circle, isn't it? I think. I feel like any balls like over the top are just going to expose Spurs more than Villa, though. So I think a narrower win, maybe 2-1 Villa. You've changed my mind.
Sorry.
No, it's good. No, well made. Point well made.
Thank you. I'm made for this kind of
Nice.
thing.
well,
It's just asking really quickly. Is Chris?
Chris
stopped
is
for anyone
frozen.
else?
Yeah, I was about to
okay.
say it. Yeah, Chris
I?
has stopped.
You're
Yeah, you
frozen
have.
for a while, mate. Yeah, good minute or two.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Looks
we can
quite
hear
cool.
you.
I'm
You're
gonna get a
frozen.
photo of that.
He's normally in that
I wonder
position.
He's gone.
There we go.
He's back.
I removed you and put you back in.
Okay.
mate.
Ah, he's
That
back.
worked.
He's okay.
Cool.
So I was freezing because I was looking at the away games that Villa have had. Yeah, not too many tricky ones.
No.
Chelsea, Newcastle.
Well, they're quite tricky, to be
They
fair.
beat Chelsea.
They're
They
the
beat Chelsea as
trickiest
well.
ones. They did.
Yeah.
They beat Chelsea.
Exactly.
Lost to
Right.
Forest.
So let's fly through the couple of games then. Burnley, West Ham.
God
Put it there
Christ.
for Billy. Billy's not here. It's a tough one to call, but I think West Ham will do it. I'm going to say 2-0 West Ham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agree.
I feel like if Billy was here, I'd be going for a Burnley win. But since he's away, I'm gonna back West Ham. I'm actually gonna side with you, Liam. I think 2-0 as well. Don't think Burnley have got anything at all.
2-1.
Burnley
Give him a goal.
Burnley have lost
2-1.
every single game at home. They haven't picked up 1 point at home.
Wow,
Exactly.
that's bad, isn't it?
Thought they'd do a
Lovely
lot better.
stats today.
Could
So
it
it'd
be
be really good. Burnley versus Villa would be a good game, then, wouldn't it? Because
Yeah.
Burnley can't win at
Yeah.
home, Villa can't win away.
Yeah.
Could it be the nail in company's coffin?
Still
Who
can't- I still don't
knows?
think they can sack him now. I don't know.
No, who else are you going to get? Like,
Who is out there at the minute? Exactly. Joey Barton.
Chris, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
2 will West Ham. Like I said, Burnley haven't picked up a point at home.
Yeah, they're poor. Really poor.
Nice.
West Ham are like a topsy-turvy team. You don't know what to expect, but I think against Burnley, they've got enough firepower to knock 2 past them and pretty much dominate that game.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Ash, you said a score prediction, didn't you?
Sorry, yeah, 2-1. I'll give Burnley a goal.
2-1.
I think at home, maybe they'll get something.
Generous?
Nice.
Apparently
Cool.
not at home, they'll get something because they're shit at home. So, yeah.
Another game that could throw a spanner in the works. Everton versus United. Everton off the back of a 10-point deduction while they weren't playing football. So I guess it's whether they have their tail between their legs or whether they come out fighting. I think they'll come out fighting.
Mate, Goodison Park is going to be absolutely
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah, that's going to be probably one of the most
crazy.
hostile atmospheres in the Premier League this
The
season. I reckon.
referee, yeah, mate, I just feel like it's going to be crazy.
But they were
Against
playing
United as
well. They were playing well
They
before
have.
the charges, yeah.
It's almost like the
Yeah.
last 2 seasons. Like the last 2 seasons, they should have gone down. They have been very lucky to survive, and then they finally get like they're having a good season. The Premier League goes, and then fuck off back down again. Back down.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
They won't get relegated this year. I
Yeah,
don't think.
they'll stay up. They're lucky that they're in the same season as this Sheffield United and Burnley team
Yeah.
because they're going to finish bottom 2 no matter what.
I don't- And Man United are the informed team in the Premier League, and I don't get it.
Yeah, won 4 of the last 5 because they're playing shit teams.
They're playing shit. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know how they're managing to keep.
They're scraping
winning.
1-0s against Luton and bloody.
Yeah.
And if you've
Yeah.
watched any of the games of the like, they haven't been convincing in those wins
No.
either.
No, they
It's
haven't.
like how I felt about Spurs last season, where we were winning games a lot, but it was
Yeah.
just the performances weren't filling me with confidence at all. I think it's a very similar situation where
Yeah.
they're getting results, but they're not
if you look
playing
at
the
the-
football to quantify
if you look
or
at the other-
qualify those results.
It's
Look at the
patching
other
over
teams
cracks,
who-
isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. If you look at the other teams who should be above them in the form table, all the bigger teams, so all the teams that are better than them, so City, Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal, they've all played another big team. That's why they're not in there. So City played
Yeah.
Chelsea, and we played Arsenal in the last 5 games. Tottenham have played
Yeah.
Wolves away. It's not easy, and Chelsea. So they're only there because it's by default,
Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
not because they're playing well. They're not playing well.
No.
They're only
No,
like
not
7
at all.
points off the top though, which is crazy. I think there's 7 or is it less than that?
I still feel like
No,
they're
it is
going
that
to do it
close.
again. They're going to do it again. They're going to get like a freaky 2-1 win in the last minute. You just know it's going to happen.
Mm-mm.
I don't
Well,
know, I
as
think
long as
so.
they can keep Ten Hag in the job, I don't mind.
Just keep him. Every time they go to sack him, they win a game. Yes, stays a bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they lose another. Then they lose another 3.
We've lost Chris Gibson. I don't know what's happened.
We have lost
there,
Chris
but,
Gibson. He's just kind of
Um,
gone for like a little stroll.
Yeah. So who knows what's happened there? We'll do quick score predictions. I reckon Everton will win 2-0. That's what I'm going
Oh,
for.
wow. I don't even know if that's a bold shout or not, really. It's
I've got a
Not
feeling
really.
that's what's going to happen. They're going to really upset Man United, who think they've been on a run, and 2-0.
all right.
Yeah, you're gonna. Do you want to go first at Gonash?
No, I've given mine already, to be honest. I do think United will sneak a win somehow, 2-1.
I am gonna. Oh, he's not Mr. Predictions. Fair play, Chris. I don't think. It's gonna sound mad, right? I actually think that Everton should not be favourites for this game, but I think there's so many different things, right? Because no one's actually talking about the fact that Man United have got to play at 4:30 on Sunday, and then at 5:45 on Wednesday they've got a must-win game against Galatasaray in
Oh,
Turkey.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
they because if they don't beat Galatasaray, and like I said, it's away and it's the early kickoff on the day, if they don't win that game, they're out pretty much because they got Bayern next. So they'd be a bit silly to go with a full strength team with that in mind. And with just the way that ground's going to be on Saturday, that's going to be so loud, non-stop for 90 minutes. And I think Everton will win.
If they don't get a result against Galatasaray, they'll pretty much be out of Europe
they've got Bayern.
as well. They won't.
Yeah. Oh,
they
yeah,
won't
yes,
even be in
yeah.
Europa League. Like that's one more what I mean. They need to beat Galatasaray to at least get a Europa League spot.
So they can't. If I was Ten Hag, I wouldn't even be looking at risking in a game in the Premier League now. I wouldn't even be looking at risking players like Bruno or Martinez if he's fit, or Rashford. I'd be a bit reluctant to. So I think Everton will win. I'm actually gonna go 2-0.
Yeah. Chris, I know you missed a lot of the chat, but have you got a score for us with the Everton United game? You can put a little bit of flavour on it if you want to.
A little bit of seasoning, a little bit of salt and pepper. Yeah, it's a tricky one. He has to go strong, because I think if it backfires, then he'll be in the firelight. And I think just like Klopp, Ten Hag is just excuse in every single fucking pocket. Yeah, Everton will be absolutely rocking, and I think to get their team through the season to keep them up, it will just have the fans will just have to keep the players playing like until the last minute. So it's a tough one to call. I'm going to go draw. I'm going to go 1-1. Yeah.
Can't argue with it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'll have to watch that on Sunday. Though. I'm looking forward to seeing that in the
That'll
build-up.
be a good game.
Yeah, be
It
crazy.
will. Honestly, I just really don't know how they're going to deal with the how the crowd are going to deal with the fact that they've had the deduction, and the team as well. I guess I wonder if they'll come out flying. Whether they'll use that as like ammunition.
Been following it quite closely on Twitter or X, whatever, and some of the flags they've made for the crowd already. There's like Premier League, the Premier League lion from the badge. They've put that, and they've put like corrupt all over the badge, and it's like it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you think that they got charged quickly because of the fact that they were upfront, honest, and said, they almost pled guilty to what they'd done? Whereas obviously there's a few other clubs now in the running with like those sort of things.
That's what you mean.
Yeah, they were open with the investigation. They helped. They unlocked the doors, and they gave all the documents they needed.
And they only had one as well, which is a difference.
Yeah, they had the one charge. I mean, it does seem really harsh just for being like what they lost £20 million more than they should have done over
and apparently
a period of 3 years,
was spent.
Right?
The money was spent on the ground, not on players, is what I'm hearing as well. Like
it's
actually spent on ground improvements.
It's overall club profitability, I think, is the thing. So it's everything involved with the club, which would be all income, all outgoings.
Yeah,
and they lost 20 million more than they were allowed to.
It's a mad charge. I don't even think you can say that Everton cheated. They didn't cheat. I don't feel like cheating. And the fact that they're trying to get, and now there's 3 clubs that are trying to sue them is a bit crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit nuts.
Who are the clubs that are suing them? The ones that got relegated the season?
No, the thing is because Burnley, Leicester, Burnley, and Leeds.
I thought Southampton were as well.
No, just Leicester, Burnley, and Leeds apparently. Unless Southampton have done it recently, but this is obviously like when Sheffield United sued West Ham for having Tevez, isn't it?
Yeah. It's wild.
And I think this is another reason why let's name names. I think there's another reason why City and Chelsea aren't getting pressed, because the fallout from Everton's one charge is 3 clubs trying to sue them. So City get pressed for 115 charges. What's that times 3? 445 different teams. Obviously not, but like
non-stop.
It's not just the teams that we've stolen titles from. Every team that finished 5th that missed out on Champions League. Every team that finished 7th that missed out on Europa League. Every team that the fallout would go on for decades. It would never be. It's gonna be so. It's easy for the Premier League just to go. Because I'm not. I
wouldn't want a Premier League trophy that we missed out on, because
I'm not stupid. I know City I don't think 115 charges is right. But I know I'm not stupid. I know we've obviously been up to no good at some point, but
And you're not
it's
helping with the
impossible to sort it.
investigation. Personally, you Sam, you are not helping the investigation.
Yeah, you're
got
not helping
files
at
to
all,
do.
mate.
The club aren't either.
We've
You've got a
in
hell
the
of a big
kitchen, yeah.
filing cabinet in your house. You're not letting them
it's
have
in the pub.
access to.
It's in the bar.
Where did you move house?
So
Room
it'll
for
be
all
a
files.
huge
It'll be
mess.
years yet, won't it?
Yeah, of course it will.
Until it all
Yeah.
comes out.
Of course it will.
Yeah.
I
I
but
think
it's
it's
just it's just the game now is just all about money. It's not about football. It's just like VAR. Like you involve one piece of technology, people will ask for more, like to scrutinize and to get like the most correct decision. It'll be like the same thing with this money. Like everything will have to come out now.
It's obviously corrupt. I feel like that's the one thing that came out of the England games. Maybe specifically more on. No, actually, probably in both games. We should have had a penalty against Malta, a clear foul on Kane, and then how Maguire was not given a penalty against for the tackle against
Oh
Macedonia.
my god, yeah.
How could you? And then the penalty against Rico Lewis. All these decisions that I don't feel like any. By the way, let's talk about the ref, England Macedonia. He was like the fucking Mike Dean of Slovakia. He was like ballet shoes on. He was like all the attention, like fucking weird. Anyway, off on a tangent. VAR, no one can be that shit. There's obviously got to be money going weird ways, aren't there?
Oh, I don't know, because who does it benefit? You know, like
Well, everyone
they
gets the
could,
money.
they could just be shit refs. Like, I
But
think
they'll
that's
ref
probably
again. They'll
more.
ref again.
That's probably more the case rather than like backhanders and
Yeah.
all that. Like,
Well, they're mates with all
right.
the Sky pundits, aren't they? A lot of the referees come onto Carragher and Neville's show or their podcasts, so that's why they never openly blame them. And it just
Yeah.
seems like it's the top six against everyone else. Arteta's
Yeah.
making an example of Arteta, but the Brighton manager, he said he hates 80% of the English refs. Just got a warning today or yesterday. Just gets a little slap on the wrist. Surely that's worse than
Yeah.
saying it's I can't remember what Arteta said yet,
Disgrace.
but it's not as bad as I hate 80% of the refs here.
Well, no one knows who the 80% are because they're all just like, oh, it's probably
Yeah,
you. No,
true.
no one's getting offended. Yeah.
No
Ashley,
way.
you're on
Ash.
mute.
Sorry,
That's crazy.
I'm not specifying a referee's done a specific job, but anyway, yeah. I think it should be allowed to criticize. Why can't you criticize refs? I just think it's so bad. It's so bad.
It's got soft, isn't it? The interviews that like Clough used to come out. Some of the interviews I've seen from Clough back in the day when he was Forest manager. Fuck me, he was ripping at the refs, and I don't think they used to even have fines for that back then. It was so funny. And like Neil Warnock when he was at Sheffield United back in the thousands, he didn't get fines. We maybe did, but not like for things that people are saying these days. It's a disgrace you didn't give us a penalty. It's not like they've insulted your family, is it? I don't know. It's just it is a bit soft, isn't it?
The ultimate conspiracy could be like they're protecting the refs because they are match fixing, and every season they have like a pre-aligned decision of who is going to finish where, because they also have relationships with the owners of the football teams and where that money goes into oil or to fund
It's
wars.
one big Truman show, isn't it? It's
Oh,
like
dear.
Yeah.
all
It's
behind the scenes.
It's got a tinfoil hat on. I can't
No,
Players
but like,
will-
I mean, like Arteta was annoyed about what the Newcastle game, right? The
Yeah,
Newcastle
yeah.
decision. I don't see anything. I personally saw nothing wrong with the decision the refs made on that game.
You don't think Bruno
It was
Guimaraes
a
should have been
foul.
sent off?
It was a foul, man.
No, Gabriel was
What?
already halfway
the
down
law
to the ground.
states like
Nah, that's a red.
it's like the back of his and
Yeah.
on his
Oh
head.
no, the
The
elbow.
head
Oh, sorry. I thought.
injury.
No, I'm talking
He
about
could
the
have
goal.
concussion
Sorry.
from that.
No,
And then
Joel
they
Linton
released
made a foul
the-
for the penalty.
They
the
released
goal.
the audio, and he was like,
Not at
"Yeah, like
No,
he
no.
didn't
The
concussion or
elbow
something."
was, but
Yeah.
who was it? Was it
Joel
Havertz
Linton.
that
It was
fucking
Joel-
leapt
Havertz
through
should have
the
been a
air
red.
and should have been a
Guimaraes
red as well?
The
Yeah,
the
should,
goal, like whatever.
The goal was
but
fine.
Guimaraes shouldn't even been on.
The goal wasn't fine.
The goal was absolutely fine.
Joel Linton made the foul. The ball wasn't outplayed. It
The
wasn't
thing-
offside, but it was a
the thing
foul.
was, it's not a clear foul.
Put
So
two
you
arms on his
stick with the
back.
on-field decision. No, he didn't. He had hands on the back. It wasn't.
Then
a
again,
push.
Maguire did the same thing against Macedonia. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
no
Like,
consistency at all.
that's probably more the issue, the consistency. But
yeah, other refs would give
everyone's
it. Yeah.
human, aren't they? Like,
Get the robots in.
when you've
Exactly,
got,
they're human.
when-
Let's get the robots in.
yeah, that'd be great. Fucking robots.
Can't argue with them. Can't criticize the robots.
How would you
wanna-
even decide that?
They got
What, you'd have
feelings,
to have
though.
like you'd have to
Only-
have pressure pads
Yeah.
all over the player, so you knew how much pressure was engaged on the player,
Heat
so
map.
that then you could quantify whether they were actually fouled.
They call
or
the
not.
players.
Like,
They call the players chipped.
yeah, it has
De
to
Zerbi-
be like.
De Zerbi only likes 8% of the robots. He doesn't. He's only like, doesn't like 20%.
No, I mean, we started on the charges and punishments for Everton, whether it's fair or not. Do you think City and Chelsea will get punished at all? And if so, what punishment do you think it would be?
Yes, and point deduction. I think all this chat. People love to wind City fans up on Twitter, and it does work on me a little bit. But all this relegation to League Two and nonsense, like, why would it be Why League Two? If you're going to give us a 10-point deduction for every charge, we'll be 1,150 points down, and we'll be probably relegated about 17 leagues. So why suddenly League Two? I don't know, but I feel like I think 30-point deduction is what's being spoken about. And I think that's actually fair, and I would.
I don't think it's
But-
fair.
That's not.
would-
That's not fair at all. Really.
That's not fair.
No, did I say fair? I didn't mean that. I meant I'd
Oh.
take it, as in I'd bite their hands off.
Oh,
30 points would be
absolutely,
great.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
you would,
30-point deduction to City still means you finishing in a Europa League spot.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll win the season.
Like,
We'll win the season after.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Like, I think.
Yeah.
but you boys can't. The thing is, you lads can't sit there and go, "That isn't fair," because you don't even know what the charges are and what we've done.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
No.
Well, I'm not reading through 118 charges. Jesus Christ, I'm not reading.
Only
through-
150, Liam.
Come on,
Oh,
mate.
sorry, I chucked 3. on
Liam
there
knows
for
man
fun.
over free. That's the thing.
Yeah, I got secret
So-
information, mate.
thing is,
Sources.
I know it's not very likely, but it could just be out there that City did nothing. I know that's not the case, but it could
No,
be.
it'll probably be more of a case.
Why hasn't that
of
come out
some will
then?
get-
If they're
What do you mean?
innocent, surely that should come out quite easily.
Well, we haven't been. We haven't
But
been.
they're gonna have
investigated, have we?
And you're not
They're gonna have
helping with
great
investigations
lawyers.
either.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to have great lawyers,
Are
and
the
what's
best
going to happen
lawyers
is
in
they'll
the
probably write off 40
Yeah.
or 50 charges,
Yeah.
get charged for 50 or 60, and then there'll be a decision made as to what the punishment will be.
You'll get that woman from Making a Murderer. She was awesome.
Yeah.
The blood spray went this way. It's like, I don't know. I'm not saying it's blood related, but hey, you might have killed someone
Jesus
as well.
Christ, we're not
One of
killing
those
people,
charges
yeah.
could be death.
Zelda. Yeah. Yeah.
Everton,
So,
tried
yeah,
to
I
sign,
reckon-
Everton tried to sign our lawyers on loan. We said no.
Yeah.
I
I feel
reckon-
like yeah. So go on, Liam. What do you think?
I reckon it will be. You'll be lucky if you're still in the Premier League. I don't
This is
think it'll be
all just-
relegation to. Yeah, I don't think it'll be relegation to League Two or anything crazy like that. But I reckon you might get dropped to League.
Here's a
What I
question:
think- Go on.
If City and Chelsea, you can go each team. If City and Chelsea went down, or one of them, do you think there'd be any player that would stay?
Academy. Yeah, right.
Well, Chelsea are going to be pretty
Chelsea,
locked
yeah.
in. Chelsea are going to be stuck
Sure,
because
yeah.
of the contracts they've got. So they aren't going to be able to sell people very easily. Like, you're not going to be able to sell Mudryk for what you want, or you're
Yeah, but
going to have to let
contracts.
him go.
Every player's got a contract, haven't they? I mean,
Yeah, I know,
they can
but you'll
fight
have
their way
to.
out of it.
They'll have to let him go almost for free so that other clubs could afford him because he's not exactly an amazing player. Like, he's good. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but
I was just
who's
thinking
going
about
to
it from
pay?
a City
Who's going
point
to
of
pay
view.
him 200 grand a week?
I wonder if top side teams
And
put
he's got that
clauses
for
in
7
their
years.
contract about if
Arsenal-
we get
Arsenal take
relegated,
Mudryk.
this happens.
What's that?
I
Chris,
wonder
what'd
if
you say?
big teams in their contracts put clauses in players about relegation. What happens to your contract if we get relegated?
Normally, there'll be a relegation
Yeah,
and release
I would have thought
clause
so.
if you're
Yeah.
possibly. But I don't know whether
Not with the big teams, I don't think.
I don't
surely.
know whether City and Chelsea would have
Imagine
thought
if
of that because you're not going to be really thought about us going down, right?
So who would stay at
So
City?
I reckon lawyers would be all over that shit, though. Surely.
I don't know who would stay at City. Maybe some of the players would because they're too potent, like Rico Lewis, players like that.
He stays. A lot will stay.
Like,
Yeah.
but I reckon some players will stay at City because they'll see. Well, we're going to be out of the Championship.
I like to
next year
think- I like to think
anyway.
Kevin
You'll
De
be in
Bruyne,
the
so-
Championship for a year.
Yeah.
If Chelsea
Be
go
hated
down,
by the
though,
fans. Whoever leaves
wait
will be
and see it.
hated.
if Chelsea go down, Chelsea will be in a lot worse. If you both go down, Chelsea will be in a lot worse trouble than you will because they're going
I
to
don't
have
think
to
they'll come
find.
back up.
No, I don't think they will. I think they'd end up in administration
Oh,
because they'll have so many players on such high wages for the period they've signed them.
They
And
really shot themselves in the
who's
foot, wouldn't they?
who's going to be signing those young talents that won't ever match that value? Like,
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. Well, let's just. It could be like you said. It'll be forever.
but it's very that'll be in 10 years' time.
yeah. Rico Lewis
gonna be-
retired.
They're finding charges about everyone else, like fucking Spurs at the moment. All of a sudden, the transfer of Jermaine Defoe's gonna get us in trouble.
Yeah, madness.
So yeah, who knows? Who knows? Right, let's fly through the rest of the games. Forest versus Brighton. We'll just do a quick score roundup, unless anyone's got any.
Nah.
No meat on
Forest
the bones there.
I reckon Forest are going to win 2-1.
Fair enough.
Sam.
It's a bit saucy.
2-1 Brighton.
Yep. Ash.
I'm going to go Waddle.
Oh. And Chris.
Yeah, same as Sam. 2-1 Brighton.
Cool. Sheffield.
Fatty.
Oh, go on.
So I said fatty, but not this time.
Fatty. Sheffield, Bournemouth. Now here's the bottom of the table clash for your viewing pleasure. It's going to be
fucking dreadful, that, isn't it?
This is probably contender for the most boring game of the season, surely.
They've got more to play for than, it's like a relegation battle. It'd be more
Yeah, I guess that's true. But it's just okay. It might be an exciting game, but I reckon the quality on show will be poor.
Oh, the quality will be poor. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I reckon Bournemouth are going to win 2-0.
Okay. Who's at home?
Sheffield. I don't think that matters.
I think the crowd will get them going. I think the crowd.
I think it matters. Yeah, I think it matters.
Yeah, I think the crowd will be buzzing for shit because they beat Wolves, didn't they, last time? And
yeah,
they're buzzing about it.
Yeah,
So
I guess. Yeah.
I think they might win again. I think they might win 1-0.
Ah, Sam.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go 2-1, but I actually think Sheffield United will win as well. Like the win they had against Wolves when they were actually 1-0 up going into like the 95th minute, and then a player who actually I thought played very well against Tottenham. I'm going to keep my eye on him. That Bellegarde in midfield. Yeah. He scored the equaliser, and then they got it was like a 100th minute penalty that Norwood what? Oh no, it wasn't a penalty. No, it wasn't. Norwood took the net off, didn't he?
He did.
But I feel like they're with the crowd behind them. I don't think Bournemouth are anything special. I think Sheffield United might sneak another win. Yeah, 2-1.
And Chris.
Yeah, agree. The home side will shave it 2-0.
Doesn't even know who the home side are, does he?
Whoever's at home.
Yeah, of course I do.
Luton Crystal Palace.
Oh, that's bad as well.
So that's worse. That's
2-0
I reckon that's worse.
Oh god,
no, because
Palace
Luton have been playing so much better than Sheffield this season.
No, but I just mean in terms
very
of
good away record.
But in terms of the foot.
Because Crystal Palace are 12th all year, every year. So
no, I know, but Luton will see this as a game they can win, so they'll be going.
I reckon they will. Right? I reckon they.
Do you know what I mean?
As well, yeah.
So I think Luton will win this game. I think they'll get 3 points, and Palace won't have enough to beat them. I think it's going to be 2-1 Luton.
Oh, no.
You don't believe it, Chris? What do you reckon then?
Absolutely not. I reckon 2-1 Palace.
Oh.
Palace are good away, and they might have some injuries back. Is Elise back here, or is it a long term?
He's back, isn't he? Eze's back, so not Elise.
Eze's back. Eze's back.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Win. They haven't won at home yet.
Should have done against Liverpool, though.
Yeah,
they should have done against Liverpool, and they played very well against Spurs as well.
Yeah.
Sam, what do you reckon?
Draw.
Score?
Yes. a score draw. Yeah.
A score draw.
A score draw.
1-1. Keep it basic.
1-1.
To who?
Who's going to edge that?
Ash, what do you reckon?
No score draw.
A no score draw.
A no
so
score draw.
5
you reckon it's 0-0? Fucking hell.
All right.
That's a
if
It's
any
an
game's going to be
interesting
0-0, surely.
It could be. It could very well be. So we've got another section lined up, but I am conscious we have been running for over an hour now. Are people good for another 15 minutes or?
Depends if the listeners are good. Are the listeners good for another 15? You know,
It's not up to them. We decide how long the podcast is.
They can fast
It's
forward.
quite an
we can't.
interest. Yeah, exactly. They can skip it if they want to. Sam skipped it. Sam heard we're doing another section. He's gone.
No, I
skipping
think
leg
we're
day.
skipping Sam. We're skipping Sam.
We're skipping Sam. Yeah.
This should be a good debate.
Yeah. So, I mean, what I've written down probably is a bit unfair, but why have England been so shit with such a good squad? Like,
So eloquent.
yeah,
The same-
you know,
the
I'm
same
a man
question.
with many words.
Southgate set out to make England hard to beat, but he set out and he made them hard to watch instead.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Not my own words, not my own tweet.
Yeah, that's good. That.
That's. I mean,
How many years has he got left in his contract? We've got to think about something new. Gotta
his
freshen
last
up.
tournament was the World Cup, and then they extended it for another tournament.
Yeah, it will be the last one.
For another, it's done by tournaments. Okay.
Yeah, so I think
This is
that
best England squad we've had for
Well,
20 years.
but I feel like 20 years ago we were asking the same question. And it's still the same problem.
Sven Goran.
Yeah, Sven had a great squad. He had a great squad.
this squad is better.
And
Ooh.
the opponents, the other teams aren't as like Germany are not the team they used to
Yeah.
be. Spain aren't the team they used to be.
Yeah,
I
in
think-
comparison to the rest of the teams, like we've probably got the best squad in the world.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Euros. I was like, well,
For
the
Euros,
biggest threat-
yes.
Yeah, for Euros, yeah. Apart from France, we've probably got
Mhm.
must be the second highest ranked team.
But they're the only other squad in
Well,
the
it was-
world that are probably at a similar sort of level to England's squad.
Oh, they're above England's squad. Yeah,
Who's
you
that?
reckon?
France.
France.
Yeah, I think France are. Yeah.
I don't think they're that far. I don't think they're ahead.
I think it's close, but
Yeah.
that's the only team in the world. Like, give me
I
another
actually
team
think-
with squads as good as
I actually
ours.
think we have Portugal.
No.
Sam, that's the
I
most retarded thing you've ever said.
I don't
What,
think
they're
it's
not-
incredibly
they're not
tight.
Hang on a
They're
second.
a
Well,
little
hang on a
bit
second.
behind.
How? What? Hang on. What are you saying? Ronaldo, Bernardo, Jota, what's the goalkeeper called? Rui Patricio, Diaz in defence. I don't think they're not
Right,
miles
look.
off.
Right, so you've named 6 players. Past that,
I
you've
just don't
still
think
got
they're miles
Renato
beyond.
Sanchez starting for him. Like,
Okay, you just wait until the Euros.
they're a good team.
I don't
I'm
think
not
England have
saying
got
they're
any
not a
more than
good team.
6 world-class players.
I
No,
think
but-
England here have the 2 best players in the world right now.
They will at the Euros, I think. Yeah. Bellingham and Kane.
I think
yeah.
right now the 2 best players in the world both play for England.
Mm.
What, Bellingham and Kane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to make the most of that, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to build
I
a
love
team
what I
around
just-
those 2 players, right?
I was gutted not watching Bellingham the other night.
I guess our letdown is our defence. Really?
Yeah, someone said to me at the pub watching the game on Monday. They said, "Who would you take as a centre back partner?" And I was like, "We don't literally have, apart from not being biased, John
Stones.
Stones. Apart from John Stones,
No, it is.
who?
Mm.
We're playing that kiddie from Palace, that Guehi. I don't rate him at all. I think he's bad.
He's better than Maguire.
And then I mean, I'd actually rather play Tomori
Yeah, I would. Tomori,
Tomori.
he's a regular for AC Milan. He's
and
smashed it.
and Levi Colwill.
Colwell as
Yes.
well, who I know is playing left
Lewis
back for
Dunk.
Chelsea.
Where's Lewis
Dunk,
Dunk?
I was going to say Dunk, yeah, throw him in there.
Because the thing is, he wants to play out from the back. Lewis Dunk is the player in the league with the most passes.
No, Southgate wants to play to the midfield, back to the fence, and do that about 30 times, and then think about attacking.
That's why he plays Henderson.
Oh, Henderson.
That's a ridiculous. He can't be at the
I
Euros
guarantee you, I'll
as a
tell you now,
player.
right? I will commit to it. I'll commit to it now, right? The day that a new manager takes over, Maguire and Henderson will never play for England again.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No, they wouldn't.
And there's a sort of agreement with the England FA.
They can't
I
play
know
for
what.
Maguire's been one of United's best players the past few games, so I'm not going to rule him out.
He actually has. They're
Right, I'm not
going
going to rule.
That's because they're bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but,
that says
like,
more about United being shit, to be honest.
He was a good defender. He's had a few bad years. He could bring it. He is showing
I don't
signs
trust
of
him.
bringing
I
it
don't-
back. So
I don't trust him.
I know what you're
Every
saying.
time he gets the ball, I'm like, God.
I know what you're saying, and it could be true that he never plays for England, and as soon as another manager comes in,
It's how
But
you feel
he's
about
not-
Dyer for Spurs, mate. It's the same.
yeah. I mean, I think Maguire could possibly bring it back and not be as shit. Like, but Henderson, fuck me, how
but
he
then
still
again-
gets in the team.
But thinking about the Euros, Maguire won't likely have had a good run of games before the Euros because as soon as Varane gets back in,
I've heard
Martinez
rumours about.
Martinez as well.
I was going to say I've heard rumours that Varane and Ten Hag have fallen out. He's not going to play him.
Oh, the Sergio Martinez then, when he's back.
The butcher.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't see Maguire having a good run of games, and
No,
him and
that's fair.
Henderson have got to go.
Henderson needs to go 2 years ago, really, but
Yeah,
like, I don't understand
If
how
not
he
more.
still gets in the squad.
Henderson. Does anyone know how many caps Henderson's actually won for England?
Probably ridiculous amount.
80.
70 or 80. Yeah,
80.
caps for an average player.
very average. Yeah,
He's
He's
had
always
good
been
games, but
average.
he's far his best. He's had some good
He's always
games
been
for
average. He
Liverpool.
stood out in a brilliant Liverpool team because he was captain, and he's never been a good player. But never mind.
No, he's been like a 6, 7 out of 10,
Yeah,
but
constantly.
consistently. Like that's the thing. I guess that's
He's
the plus.
been a player. I wouldn't even say a good player, just not a bad player. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's probably because
Yeah, I don't know.
he's seen as a captain, isn't he? Like if you take him out, Southgate's a weak manager. He's probably thinking, I've lost one of my cheerleaders here, and he's got no one to replace him.
yeah.
No, but you could still
So-
have him in the camp, just not as a player.
Just opening doors for
Morale, morale.
It
Well,
don't work
no,
you
no,
anymore.
but
It don't
like-
work you anymore.
No, but like training with the squad, like as you say, helping Southgate out with keeping morale up and that sort of thing. Like,
Here you go.
I don't
Here's
know
your
why
water
that's such
bottle,
a-
sir.
Just call ahead.
I don't know why that's such a ridiculous thing to say.
Just call ahead.
Just the image of it just sounds ridiculous. Yeah.
It is.
So have we got enough time?
Gets like a little
to-
lanyard.
Have we got enough
I'd like-
time for everyone to go around and tell your starting 11 in that first game?
Oof.
I've got mine.
Everyone
Go on,
fit.
Sam.
I think I've got one.
Everyone fit.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a hypothetical
ideal
team.
starting lineup. Yeah, I think I've got it. Go on, then you start, Sam. You're confident.
Okay. You know what? Pickford in goal, but only because he's the only English keeper that seems to start constantly at a good team. I think if Ramsdale actually played the rest of the season, I'd pick Ram. What are you pulling a face for?
Pope. Just know
probably
your reasoning was off.
I
that's
feel
all.
like I made the wrong comment, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
but I actually would rather take Ramsdale ahead of Pickford, but I don't think Ramsdale's going to play again this season. I would put Luke Shaw at left back. I was very torn between Walker and Reece James at right back, but my heart ruled me and I picked Kyle Walker. I would put Colwill at the back with. See, I said I was set on this, but I'm obviously not. I feel like Maguire will play centre back, but I would put Colwill. I actually would put Colwill out there with Dunk, but they need a bit of time together. Then I want Bellingham in midfield with Declan Rice. So those two there, and then I want Rashford and Foden. And I've already forgotten what I wanted. I want Kane up front with someone behind him.
Saka.
So I want basically a 4-2-3-1. That's it. Saka and Foden and Rashford and then Kane. It's a bit.
Really weird team.
It's a bit mismatch.
No, that
The
sounds
centre
all right.
backs. The centre backs are what are throwing me off. I just don't know who's
Yeah.
what to do.
I
Yeah,
can't think
you
of
missed
the
John
centre-backs.
Stones.
That's what I
Yeah.
meant. Ha, dickhead. John Stones and Colwill.
Yeah, can't believe you missed it. So
John Stones and
I'd-
Colwill.
You go on. Have you got one, Liam?
yeah.
Go on,
I'd probably go Pickford in goal just because of the experience. And
He's the only
a
English
good
keeper.
he is a good keeper. Luke Shaw left back. I'm going to go across the back rather than do the fly half. Fly half.
Wrong sport.
Yeah. I was confusing myself. So yeah, Shaw at left back, Colwell, John Stones, Kyle Walker, and then I'd have Bellingham and Rice sitting. Bellingham having a little bit more freedom to go out and play with James Maddison in front. And then I'd have Foden on the left, Saka on the right, and Kane up top.
You only changed one player from mine.
You didn't say Maddison.
No, that's the only player you've changed.
Yeah.
I was
What
going to
change?
put Madison in. Yeah,
Yeah, but my formation would be different.
We got the same formation.
I think you have. Yeah.
Who did you put? Oh, what, you put Foden behind Kane?
Yeah, because Foden's better than Madison
Yeah. What, as a 10?
as a player.
No, I don't agree with that.
I don't
Come on,
think so.
Shut up, man. What are you on
He's
about?
better off the wing, but as a 10, no.
Yeah.
Doesn't ever play 10, that's why.
I'd play
Yeah,
Foden.
but he's
on the
not a
wing.
better 10. That's why.
Because he doesn't play it. He never gets the chance to play it because of Pep. But if he played it, he'd be better than Madison.
No.
Foden's not a winger for me. I don't know.
No, he's not a winner. No, I can't put him there. And that's why I probably can't put him in because I would have Bellingham there, but
On the wing?
in that 10 role.
Or at 10? On the 10. Yeah, that's fair.
Hang on, who did you have on the wings? Liam, Saka, and who?
Foden. Foden on the left, Saka on the right.
Oh yeah, who did I have? I had Saka and I had Rashford, didn't I? Saka, Rashford.
Yeah, you
Foden.
said Rashford.
Yeah.
I don't think
If
Rashford,
Rashford,
gets...
if Rashford gets back to
Rashford does...
no, if he's
gets
on
back to
form,
form,
Rashford, he's got to be in the team. Rashford, when he's going at players and he's on form, he's got confidence. He's
I would not put him ahead of Foden or Grealish.
well, not ahead of Grealish. I can't stand Grealish at the minute.
Yeah,
He's terrible.
it's tricky that left wing.
Go on then,
Yeah,
you
but-
you two. Who's going?
Go on, Ash.
I haven't got many changes, so I won't go through the whole squad again. What I would change is I'd probably put Tomori with John Stones. I really think he's a decent player. And then I would have Bellingham and Rice behind Maddison. And then, like same as Liam, to be honest, Foden and Saka on the wings with Kane up top, I think.
What about if? Now this is a bit of a big if. If Sterling carries on playing the way he is, where's he
Nah.
going?
He'll be in the
Substance.
squad, but yeah, on the bench.
Be a good impact sub.
Yeah, imagine taking off Foden or Saka and bringing Sterling on. Like,
If he's in form, yeah. And Rashford is a good sub as well.
yeah.
But then I've had the chance to be an England boss, and there you go. It's not worked out, so apparently I'm shit. So
Yeah, you should have wore your
I'm gonna
waistcoat, mate. You
yeah,
Go for
I
left
should have
field.
done.
and add some proper paprika on this one. So I've got Ramsdale in goal. I'm gonna bring Trippier back. I'm gonna bring him into the team left back.
What better than
James.
left back. Yeah,
Good
that's
shout.
fair.
Good
Yeah.
shout.
Okay.
James on the right, and then my centre back pairing is Dunk and Stones.
Yeah.
Got some height in there. Rice at the base of my diamond, my triangle. Bellingham ahead of him, so he's my 8. It's that 10 role I'm going to give to Foden. And then my wingers, Trent and Saka. Kane up front.
Trent as a winger? Are you
Trent is
crazy?
an attacking winger.
Attacking winger, Trent.
What?
Off the left as
Him-
well.
Even it's like not going to give the Grealish out of form, Rashford out of form. I would have it for Trent or Sterling.
You'd
I'll bring Sterling back.
Pick
in.
a player that's not a winger to play ahead of the wingers.
Yes.
Crazy.
Hey, look, we've done it
It's
in the
left field.
German national
It's left
team
field.
with Havertz. He's
It'd be
scored a
like
goal from left back.
what Gareth Bale did when he started at fullback and ended
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
That's what Saka's going
just-
through, isn't it? So
Yeah, well, there you go. I think they're the two positions that are up for grabs at the moment. The left wing and potentially the 10. I think, yeah, Foden or Maddison. But then
you know,
Southgate likes
one
Gallagher.
player-
He throws Gallagher in there sometimes as well.
one player that years ago I really wanted to be at this tournament and I really thought he was going to set the world on fire was Jadon Sancho. I know he's at United, but what a shame. He could have been something.
He's
Yeah,
done a Deli
yeah.
Alley.
Fucking
He has
stupid.
done Dele Alli. He's an idiot.
Do you know what?
No, I feel sorry for Dele Alli, but I don't feel sorry for Sancho.
I feel like Cole Palmer might have a part to play in the Euros as well.
Oh, he's
Oh,
class.
and
He
Rico
continues
Lewis
to
as well. Rico Lewis.
If he
as well.
Rico Lewis, yeah.
if Palmer continues playing how he's playing, he'll be used.
Yeah.
Superb move for
Yeah,
him.
definitely. Cole, yeah. I think, like, Rico Lewis, I don't know, did you watch the Macedonia game? He ended up spending
No, I
more
didn't.
time in their box than our box. He went forward all the time. He's like, I don't know. He might do what? Might play left wing instead of Trent.
Or him and Bellingham in the middle of the class with Rice behind him.
Cool.
Right.
Okay, boys.
There we go. There we are. Yeah, I guess end of the England chat. We've got the draw next week. We can talk about we can do preferred draws for the group stages next week.
Yeah. Sure.
Figure out who would want in England's group, because there is opportunities for groups of death coming up.
There is.
I saw the pots today, so yeah, that'll be quite interesting. Last game of the week we haven't covered. Fulham versus Wolves at Craven Cottage. What an exciting one I left till the end.
Well, I don't think it's it's definitely not the worst game of the weekend. I'm going to
No,
jump
it's
in.
not the worst.
This is now most definitely our longest episode ever.
Mm.
No, it's
Now
not.
Billy as well. Yeah.
It's not the second episode. We did 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh, really? Ah.
Yeah. So it's the longest one we've done in a while.
And
but
no
yeah,
Billy
we can,
either.
And on a school night, yeah.
yeah, we can just do some scores. I think Wolves win this 2-1. Gary O'Neill's gonna fully
Who's at
have it.
home, Liam?
Fulham at Craven Cottage.
Okay.
Chris.
Oh, you never put me first. That's kind. I'm just going to copy you. I'm going to say 2-1 Wolves.
It's a good score, that one.
Yeah, Fulham's home. Mid-table out. Yeah, it's going to be tight, but I'm going to go for a Wolves win.
Ashley.
Uno.
1-0.
Sorry, what was that?
And Sam?
I'm going to make like a ballerina and call it 2-2.
2-2.
The old Desmond.
Oh, God. Fucking... The humour. The humour was dry. Lovely, boys. There we go. Any other comments from any of you guys? Anything you want to say?
So
Get off your chest?
I did say come back to me, didn't I, about the fun
Oh,
facts?
yeah.
There we go. You got
so-
one.
Well, the thing is, I didn't actually. It's been a long day at work. I didn't actually think of it off the top of my head. I just sat here and Googled football fun facts, and actually, I did find one. There's actually a page of 100 of them, which I could sit and go through. We're already on 87 minutes, so I might not do
You
that.
revealed Billy's secrets.
There is only one player that has ever played in the Premier League whose entire surname is made from Roman numerals. I'd love it if someone just came out with it. It would be brilliant.
Oh my
Vidic.
God.
Pardon?
Vidic.
Oh, wow. Fair play, Liam.
How do you
It's
do
got to
that?
be, right?
Yeah, that's
It's
great,
Vidic.
Liam.
B-I-D-I-C.
Great.
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
There was a couple of other contenders that I wanted to use. One being that Chelsea are the only team that have ever held the Europa League and the Champions League at the same time.
That's pretty interesting. Like, how does that actually happen?
So the reason it says it says here that in 2012 they won the Champions League. The following team with Rafa Benitez at the helm, the club won the Europa League final, and the Champions League final was 10 days later. So they actually for 10 days held both titles.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, no, that does make sense. Yeah.
And then
pretty
the
cool.
last one was Portsmouth Football Club hold the record for having held the FA Cup for the longest amount of time, which was 7 years, despite
that-
only winning it once in that time.
Was that during the World War or something?
It was indeed during the World War. And actually, I tell a lie, one more. In 1967, Wolves, Stoke and Sunderland played their domestic football in America. As the newly formed United Soccer Associations took 3 teams. They called them Wolverhampton Wanderers, LA Wolves, Cleveland Stokers and the Vancouver Royals.
The Cleveland Stokers.
And that
It's the worst English team.
that is
Hey man, I'm going to go watch the
at the top.
Cleveland Stokers against the LA Wolves this weekend.
I'm so stoked to watch them, man.
Let's go Stokers.
That's only 3 of the top 8 on that page, so I might actually flick
Oh,
through that a bit later
that's
and
brilliant.
post some more in the chat. But yeah, very good. Fair play, Liam, getting the Vidic. That was impressive.
Very
There we
good.
go.
Cool.
There we go.
My pleasure.
I guess thank you very much, fellas. It's been a good one. Hour and a half done this week. We'll try and. I think it was the chat at the beginning about the City Liverpool game that did it. That was like
And the Everton,
15
yeah, the
minutes.
deduction. Yeah.
Yeah, and the points. There's a lot to talk about this week.
That's what they
We
come
missed
for.
a week. That's why we missed a week.
A lot of
Of course
flavours to
we wanted-
digest. Yeah.
Yeah, we
cool.
wanted to speak to each other. Right, I'll play us out with a theme tune.
It's Friday, it's
well, I tried.
Valentine's football.
The studio is broken.
Cool. We can reach 1 hour 30.
It's Friday, it's Valentine's football.
can't hear-
Fun times football.
Bosh.
Is anyone getting the theme song?
Yeah,
we got
twice.
it. Yeah, we got it twice.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get it once. It's a failure on my end. Studio
Started us
broke.
again now. We've started us again. Now
We
you
can get an
gotta finish it again.
outro, a different type, different
We
instrument.
did an
Good
outro.
night. That was fun.
Yeah, all right. I will.